pronunciation? You'll just take every name?
I was waiting to see which one she would say.
I can get you started. I first want to ask you, what were your biggest takeaways just from the opening matchup, and where do you think you saw where the team needs to improve the most?
Yeah, I think in the first half you saw a really good performance. I think the way we kept the ball, chances we created, defensive side of things too, and I think you kind of also in the second half you saw the first game of the season. I think fitness wasn't necessarily there completely. I think something you still have to build in, but I think it's positive to look back on the defensive side of things and to see we kept a clean sheet at home in front of the fans.
How do you build that fitness during the season? Is it just the more games under your belt, or are there other things you can do too?
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes from just playing in the games. Now with the schedule going to get really congested here in the next weeks. So I think kind of going game by game and building fitness that way, I think will really help.
And now, obviously, you guys want to focus on Minnesota, but how much were your eyes wandering towards that Houston-St. Louis matchup, and just your thoughts on now drawing Houston?
Yeah, it's obviously an exciting time. So you're watching all the games. To see midweek games is always fun. It breaks up the week. Stuff to look forward to. So definitely was watching all the games, not just that one, but to see we have Houston, it's another exciting test. It makes me think back to last year when we played them in Houston and lost. So kind of to look back on that and to go back there this year and hopefully get a result this year.
And thoughts on the upcoming Minnesota game?
And I think it'll be a good test. A Western Conference team, a team we played last year as well in Leagues Cup, and we saw how lethal they can be in the attack with the players they have. So just kind of focus on that, but also hone in on the defensive side of things too, and kind of do what we did this past week.
And last thing I want to ask, what did it mean to you for getting to start in the season opener, especially after that moment of getting the rings and just being able to start that first game?
It means a lot. To be able to start the first game of the season is always a good thing. But to do it at home and during such a special day, having the ring ceremony and seeing the banner in the stadium. So it's always a special feeling. Just continue to now put the head back down and continue to work and look forward to this Saturday.
Sean, you guys had the ring ceremony and the unveiling of the banner. How hard was it for you guys to keep the emotions in check once the game started?
I think it was a little difficult, but not too bad. I think everyone knew what the task was. We wanted to reflect on the special year we had last year and to take everything we can from that. But once we got the rings and we put them off to the side, I think everyone knew we're in a new season. It's a new journey now, start of everything new. So I think everyone was ready for that.
And you got your first start of the season. Can you also talk about how the progression of Jason, he gets his first start of the year coming off of a good preseason. Can you talk about seeing the progression in him and then also the player pathway?
Yeah.
We talk about all the time.
Yeah, first off with the player pathway, I think you've seen it a lot, especially over the last couple of years with the players who have come through from the academy to Crew 2 and into the first team. Guys like Taha who signed from the academy and take the whole pathway all the way through Crew 2 and out to the first team. I think it's just a testament to the front office and to the club and the belief they have in what they have in this club. I think it's really good to see, and I think it's nice for the city to see too, just to see people from the area continue to play for the club they've grown up watching. And then Jason, he's a really good kid, a really good person. So to see him just succeed is always a good thing for everyone. On the field in training has been a different level this year, and I think that's really shown day in and day out. And then to see him on the field and make an impact the way he did was always a good thing too.
Mo went down in the second half. It seemed like Atlanta was leaning more towards your side and Max's side, once he went down. Did you see anything different that Atlanta was doing in the second half than what they were doing in the first?
Not really. In the first half, same thing. They kind of overloaded that side of the field, created numbers out wide. You have Amada pull out wide sometimes there in that space. but I think it was kind of similar in the second half too. I think it was more so kind of the fitness and kind of not talking as much, I guess, not communicating as much with each other, because more so focused on the fitness. But I think it became more prevalent in the second half to see what they were doing.
And last one for me, Schulte got his first clean sheet of the year at home. I know you guys are close.
Mm-hmm.
What was he like after getting that first clean sheet?
He's always just in a good mood no matter what. But to keep the clean sheet at home, I know his family comes to every game, so to have them too there was special. And he makes big saves when he's needed to. You saw that in this past game. It was late second half when he makes the big save on the ball across. And so just to know you have someone back there who's capable of making big time saves when needed, it's a relief, to have that.
Emotion of this is the first competitive game that you're back. You have the tifo, you have all the other things, and then it's a sold out stadium and the fans are jumping.
Yeah, it's just amazing to see the support we've had. They continued from last year, from the start, and to kind of have all the fans, the whole city, kind of take in what we accomplished last year. It wasn't just us; it was them too. We had them supporting us nonstop from minute 1 to minute 90 plus, and cheering every defensive action, not just attacking in goals, but. It's always great to see them and have them enjoy everything with us.
And then can you talk a little bit about last night, celebrating that, taking that all in, and then flipping the switch for Minnesota?
Yeah, it was really good to have that moment, have that night together with everyone, and kind of, we saw the rings and stuff at the game, but to actually have them in your possession, to put them on and to take pictures and to really put it all together was a special night. And now, flip the switch, like you said, and it's on to Minnesota on Saturday, and look forward to the rest of the season and just to continue pushing and to hope to bring another one again this year.
Are you preparing to play every position?
Yeah, whatever's needed. Now I can officially say I think at last game every spot in the back line. So, but I'm excited for whatever position it is, and just willing to do whatever it takes to help. So, yeah.